Okay, here it is. This is the demo of my brand new plugin called Studiocart. I'm so excited to show this to you guys. It is going to completely change the way you sell your digital products online, and I just cannot wait to show you every single thing this very simple little plugin does. So just to give you an idea of what it is that we're going to be creating in this quick demo, this will be our sales page. So let me back up a little bit. We're going to be creating basically a sales funnel. So sales page, checkout page, with a order bump. It will lead to an upsell, and then it will take you to the thank you page. It will be the same thank you page whether you say yes or no to the upsell. So that is what we're going to be creating. You'll be able to set all of this up in minutes. And I also went through and created all of the pages already, so that way we could kind of just connect everything and you can see exactly what the plugin does and how it works. So what we're looking at right now is the sales page, and I'm going to be including, with a Studiocart membership, access to a template library. So this sales page will be in there, as well as several other templates for every part of your funnel. I'm also going to include templates for lead magnets as well, tripwires, all sorts of good stuff. So that is coming. So that will take you, that we were just looking at the sales page. This is a checkout page, and you can see the order bump right there. And it is in test mode, so that's why you're seeing this message here. But when we turn our Stripe integration over to the live environment, this message obviously will go away, but that just shows you how you can put a test order to make sure that everything works as expected. So obviously you put in your information here, you press the submit button, and then you're going to be shown the upsell page. So that's basically it, just a sales page that's talking about this upsell, a yes add to my order button or a no thanks button, and then both will lead you to this thank you page where you can give a little bit more direction about what to expect after your new customer purchases your program or event or membership. So now let's go on to putting all of this together and making everything work. So when you first activate Studiocart, you can install it just like you would install any other plugin. This will be the page that you land on. So as soon as you activate, you'll be redirected here, and you just click the Get Started button, and you can put in your terms and conditions URL. You'll be able to put in your Stripe API keys, your MailChimp, ConvertKit, or ActiveCampaign API keys, so that way you can add purchasers to your mailing list automatically. If you don't have either of these three, you can use the API key with Zapier, and that way you'll be able to connect any of your orders to the 2,000 or so apps that are available on Zapier. So, if you're on Drip or any of those other mailing list providers, or even if you are using like a CRM like Infusionsoft or a course platform like Kajabi, you'll be able to get the information from Studiocart over to those third-party platforms. So that is really cool, and I'm so happy that we were able to get that in here. So we looked at the settings page. Once you kind of have all that stuff set up, you obviously want to put your API, set it over to test, and then you'll be ready to start creating products and setting up your checkout pages. So just recap, we put in our Stripe key. The API is set to test so that we can test orders out. Now we're going to go over to products and create our first product. Now, to save time, I have already created a few products for us to use in this demo. I created the main offer here. I created the order bump product, and I also created an upsell product. So, and I'll show you real quick using the main offer what that looks like. So every product that you sell within Studiocart, whether it's a upsell or order bump or a regular product, you're gonna do that on a edit product page like this or add a new product page like this. So let's go to the product settings. I mean, obviously here, you know, we're going to put in a title, give whatever the name of the thing you're selling is. You'll obviously put that there. You can put a short description. And this will only be displayed on the default product checkout page. So the beautiful thing about Studiocart is that unlike a lot of other e-commerce plugins, you're not locked into a template. Like for example, like with WooCommerce, you're kind of stuck with that rigid product template with like the big picture on the left and the description on the right and then some like tabs at the bottom. It's like, no, like we will let you design your own page so that way you can kind of like brand things the way you want to, use a design that you want, and then you can insert a checkout page into a checkout form into any page you like. So but before I show you that, I'll just go through the product settings really quick. So here is where all of the magic happens, right? So you can easily change the button text. So order now or sign me up or whatever. Here's where you can select the color of the button. Page access is where we can limit how many orders can go through, when people can access a page. You can so basically do it by date. You know, we can set the cart open, the cart close. We can either show a cart close message or we can do a redirect and send it to another URL. And then here we can offer multiple payment plans. So this is another thing that is like super exciting about this plugin. You don't have to add on any additional functionality. You don't have to look for any extensions. It's already all built in for you to be able to sell your stuff the way you want to sell it. So you don't have to just offer like one pay in full price. You can offer the pay in full. You can offer, you know, a three-way split, and you can, and there's really no limitations on how you can price your product. So here we have the one payment of $1,000, and then we have two payments of $550. So you would just basically select the product type, your interval, and the number of payments, and Studiocart will handle the rest. You can also put in a sale price if you want to schedule a sale or just put your product on sale. So let's say for the first 2 weeks of my launch, I want it to be 25% off. So I could just put in whatever my descriptor is, you know, get it now for 25% off, and then put in the price of $750. And when this is checked, or when this is checked and there are dates filled in and we're within that date range, the sale price will be shown instead, and it will automatically turn off once the sale end date passes, or if I just uncheck this on sale little toggle here. So, you know, there's no limit on the amount of payment plans you can add. I obviously wouldn't add too many, maybe like 2 or 3, but as of right now, there's really no restrictions on it. I don't think it would be a good user experience to have like more than 3, but yeah, and you can remove plans, add plans as needed. You can switch them around if you prefer this one to be on top. It's just meant to be just super easy to set all of this up. Next, we have the coupons. So here I set up a coupon code with VIP30. You can set it to be either a percentage or a fixed amount. When it's a fixed amount, let's see, amount off for recurring payments. Yeah, when it's a fixed amount, you have the option to put in a different price. So let's say if you're making one lump sum payment, then you'll get $30 off. If you're making the 2 payments of $550, well, let's give you $15 off of each payment. So that will bring it down to, was it 535 instead of 550. So that's how that works. Or you could just leave a blank if you want $30 to be deducted from each payment. Another cool thing about this is that you can use coupon URLs. So when you are viewing the product, and we'll look at it in a little bit, you can add a little bit of text. Basically, it's like a question mark, coupon equals, and then whatever you put in coupon URL, I'd probably just repeat the code VIP30, but you could do something like, get 30 off or something like that, and it will automatically apply the coupon for you. And the nice thing about that is that you can leave this show coupon field toggle off, because that is something else that can drive people away. Is like they see that there's a coupon field and they're like, but wait a second, I don't have a coupon. Oh, I don't have a coupon, then I'm overpaying. So and that causes them to bail. So that's the nice thing about being able to apply coupons via URL. You can still offer coupons, but not have to like broadcast it that there are coupons out there for your product. So now we're gonna go to the order bump section. To enable that, you obviously have to have already created the product within Studiocart. So it doesn't have to be something with order bump in the name. I just did that to make it easy for us to see what's what in this demo. But you can take a product that you're selling normally full price and then turn it into an order bump by selecting it here. And then we'll see how this looks in the template in a little bit, but basically you just fill in the label that goes next to the checkbox saying that yes, they want it. There's a headline, a description, and then you can put in your price. But all of your products in Studiocart will show up here. Same deal with the upsell. You just make sure that you enable it, select the product, fill in the price. With the upsell, you can either use the default display and you would just fill in all of this information, or you can use your own design. So I have my own design, and all of the upsell designs will be housed in this section here, upsell offers. So you would just basically, they're set up basically like pages. So you would just select the page within upsell offers, the particular one that you want to use in this case. Right here. And then we'll use these links to populate the yes and no redirects. So that is the upsell order confirmation. We're going to be doing the thank you page. So you would just put in the thank you page URL. There's some other uses that you can use for this. For example, I'm currently using Studiocart to sell my consultation service, my one-to-one consultation. So my thank you page, it redirects to Calendly, and I have it set up so that after they purchase, they're redirected to Calendly, and their name and their emails, already filled in. So it's basically just a matter of just selecting the date. So this is super flexible. You can do a lot of things with it. Notifications, you can send notifications to different people on your team to let them know that a new order has just come in. And integrations is where you can add people either to a mailing list or, like I said, either MailChimp, ConvertKit, or ActiveCampaign. Those are the three that we have right now. Of course, we'll be adding more to come. And you can also choose to create a user on your website. So just to show you what that looks like. Yeah, and you have different triggers available as well. So if someone purchases this particular product, let's create a user for them. You can also sort by which payment plan they used. But you can just choose any of them. So they just need to buy the product, or they have to purchase using a specific plan. And then you can choose what role they should get once they're added to the website. And you also can send the password out. We let Studiocart do that for you if you didn't want to do that yourself. And I think that is it as far as the product settings. So I'll just put this back. But yeah, so that is it. That is basically the process for adding an order. Meant to be super quick and easy and straightforward. So now that I have showed you that, I think the next step that we need to do is check out the upsell. So, or actually, before I do that, let me show you what the default template looks like. So this is the default template. If you select a featured image, which is right here, if you select a featured image, it will show up at the top. And that is basically like your default run-of-the-mill, basic template. We might be adding more templates for you to choose from, but it was really designed for you to be able to use more like a page builder, basically, to build your own checkout page. So that way you can, really design something that speaks to, your brand and who you are and what you're offering. So that is a basic product checkout page. I showed you what the page we're going to be using in this demo looks like already. So now I'll show you how to finish hooking up the upsell. So like I said, we go to upsell offers. And I have my test upsell here, and the templates that I've used or that I've created for Studiocart have been built in Elementor, which is a page builder plugin that can be used with any theme. And they also have a free version of it, so you can, anybody can use it as long as you have a WordPress site. So we're gonna edit with Elementor, and I'll just show you how to hook up the buttons really quick. So that's the add upsell link. I'm gonna go down here and basically just paste it here in the link. And of course, you don't have to use Elementor if you prefer to use the Gutenberg blocks, or if there's another page builder that you use like Divi or something like that. All you need to do is just activate that page builder for upsell offers, and you'll be able to use that to design your pages, both for sales pages obviously, and upsells. So totally up to you, but I am a huge fan of Elementor and how easy it is to use. So as of right now, that's what we're starting with as far as like the template library. But the good thing about it is that no matter what you're using, you can use Elementor. All you need is the WordPress site. So I was talking all through that, but basically I just took the decline upsell link and pasted that as a link for my no thanks button. All right, so that is set up. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. We've already looked at the thank you page. So I think we're ready to test this out. So let me go back here. And we can just kind of go through it the same way a customer would. And I can get rid of these pages too, since. So your customer will land on the sales page. They will be completely convinced by everything you have to say here. And then they'll click the join now button. They'll see your checkout page, select the payment plan that they want to use. Since we're in test mode, we can use this 42 number, and I'll just type in anything for the date and CVC. I'm going to click yes, I want to upgrade, and the order bump will show and update the price. I'm going to click order now. And then boom, there is my upsell. And I can click the yes or no. I'm gonna click yes just so we can see how everything looks. And now I'm at the thank you page. So how do we know that it works? Let's go back to WordPress and we can go to orders. And as you can see, I have 3 new orders for 1,000, which was the original product, the sales page that we looked at. Then we have this $9 order bump, and then we have our upsell offer. And we can click on any of these to get some more details about this particular order. There's also a Stripe ID so that we can see the actual payment in Stripe. So we can get more details about that, like whether or not it's succeeded. I'm sure it says somewhere when it will be deposited on my account if this was real. But yeah, I mean, this just shows you that everything went through okay. Stripe got it, and everything is as it should be. And then when you sell something as an order bump or an upsell, it will be shown here under the related orders box. So in the back end, you'll be able to get an idea of how everything kind of relates together. What products were sold together, or if no products were no other products were sold with that particular order, you'll be able to tell very easily. And let me think if there's anything else I want to show you guys. Oh, that's right, of course. How to embed a checkout form into a page. Totally forgot about that. So, if you are not using Elementor, here is how you would do that. You would go back to products, and the short code is right here. If you're familiar with WordPress and short codes, basically you would just take this. You can go into any page. Oh wait, no, it's not on here. But here, I'll just add a new page real quick. Type in order form. I'll use a little short code block, stick that in, publish. And now I can view the page, and I have an order form. So that's basically how it would work with whatever you're using, whether it's Divi or just Gutenberg or the default WordPress editor. Yeah, so really no restrictions on where you can put it as long as it's like a page. I wouldn't put it in the sidebar or something like that, obviously. But so that's getting it in without using Elementor. If you are using Elementor, we've created a Elementor widget to make it very easy for you to not only embed a checkout form into the page, but also to style it as well. So let me go back to the one that we're using. So we're using Vibe Checkout, edit with Elementor. So all of this stuff around the form is, your typical Elementor widgets and stuff. But here is where we're using the order form that comes with the order form widget that comes with Studiocart. So basically you would just do a search for that order form, and then you can drag it in to wherever you need it to be. But we definitely don't need two of them. And you'd have to select the product in order to be able to see it. So I selected the upsell offer, so you can see the payment of $500. And you can also use this to style it. So if you click on that, you'll see that you have all of these options here for like the headings, the input fields, you have the validation, the select items, the radio buttons, the order summary. So all these options here that you can use to kind of like change how things look. Just change like the color. So, it updates in real time, and it just makes it super easy for you to customize the checkout form to match your design without having to actually get in there and mess with any CSS or code to get it to look exactly the way you want to. So, yeah, I think that is it. And we're going to be talking a little bit more about how you can get your hands on this. I'm super excited about this. I really think it's going to be a game changer. Because I've been doing this for a long time, setting this up for other people, and it has always been a pain because there's never been like an all-in-one solution that kind of covers all of this stuff from the front end to the back end to the integrations. Really, I think this is just going to be so much easier to sell products online, especially if you want to do it from your own website instead of having to kind of put it on somebody else's system where you don't really fully own it. So I'm just really excited to talk to you guys more about how you can start using it. and also take any questions as well. So can't wait to hear what you think. And yeah, that is it as far as the demo.